समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉप अप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या? समझ में नहीं आया।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
अब समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
Last July, while interviewing the CPIM General Secretary M.A. Baby, I reminded him of what Russian revolutionary Trotsky told Mensheviks. And I quote, "Your role is played out. Go where you belong from now on, into the dustbin of history." Unquote. I was trying to tell him what many in Indian political circles tend to think about the left parties today as its electoral relevance keeps shrinking. It's a tad unfair to completely write off the left as it is. They still have 8 members in the Lok Sabha from Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, and Bihar. 6 months down the line, Kerala local body election results posed the same question to the left parties after the UDF came up trumps, winning 4 of the 6 municipal corporations, 54 of the 87 municipalities, 7 of the 14 district panchayats, 79 of the 152 block panchayats, and 505 of the 941 village panchayats. The BJP was ecstatic about the Thiruvananthapuram municipal corporation results. Prime Minister Narendra Modi called it a watershed moment in Kerala politics. What he did not say was that the BJP performed much below the expectations, with the NDA's vote share coming down to 15% from 19% in 2024 Lok Sabha polls. In 2020 local body polls, the BJP's vote share was around 15% only. It's the same this time. In the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, the BJP secured its maiden victory in Kerala, with Suresh Gopi winning Thrissur. The party drew a blank in his constituency in the local body polls this time. The BJP had won 35 and 34 seats in Thiruvananthapuram in the 2015 and 2020 local body elections. So in 2025, in an election in which the sitting Congress MP, Shashi Tharoor, was not exactly the party's poster boy, the BJP could improve its tally from 34 to 50 in the 101 ward corporation. That must be disappointing for PM Modi and BJP chief strategist Amit Shah. They would consider Tharoor a wild card that failed to deliver. He and his BJP rival Rajiv Chandrasekhar together secured around 73% of the votes in the 2024 parliamentary election in Thiruvananthapuram. It resulted in an increase of only 15 seats in the corporation. Disappointing. Meanwhile, the Congress's tally actually doubled from 10 in 2020 to 19 this time. I'm talking about Thiruvananthapuram Corporation. It's hardly an achievement for a party that has virtually disowned its popular MP, Tharoor. But the BJP obviously failed to capitalize on the Tharoor versus the Congress fault line to the extent that it would have preferred. Local body polls don't necessarily reflect the public mood in assembly elections, but the fact is that the LDF's dominance in 2015 and 2020 local body elections got reflected in its victories in 2016 and 2021 assembly elections. In the 2010 local body elections, the UDF had a slight edge over the LDF, with the former leading in 3 and the latter in 2 corporations, and similar leads in municipalities and other bodies. This close fight got reflected in the results in the 2011 assembly elections too, in which the UDF won 72 as against the LDF 68 in the 140-member assembly. Essentially, if one were to analyze the local body poll results in 2010, 2015 and 2020, the 2025 results should set alarm bells ringing in the LDF camp. That is to say that CM Pinarayi Vijayan, Kerala's Modi in a mundo, or dhoti-clad Modi, is on sticky wicket in the 2026 assembly election. He got this moniker from his critics, who accuse him of running his party and the government in an autocratic fashion by muzzling dissent and following PM Modi's governance model. For one, After winning the 2021 election, Vijayan dropped all the ministers of his previous cabinet, including K.K. Salja, the health minister who had become so popular as the Corona Slayer. The 2026 assembly election, however, looks tougher. If the local body election results get replicated at the assembly level, it would be the first time in the 5 decades that the left would be out of power across the country. This has not happened since 1977. The left was in power from 1977 to 2011 in West Bengal and from 1993 to 2018 in Tripura. And it has been in power in Kerala since 2016. There were intervals when it lost power in individual states, but if it loses Kerala in 2026, it would be the first time since 1977 that the left would not be part of the government in any Indian state. The left is staring at this gloomy prospect in its centenary year. You remember the CPI was founded on 26th of December 1925. My year into column is not just about the left's existential crisis in India, because political junkies need to look ahead. What does 2026 look like in terms of politics in India? Extremely boring if one were to look at the broad national picture. PM Modi is looking well ensconced, especially after the latest NDA victory in Bihar that was preceded by spectacular victories in Delhi, Haryana and Maharashtra. His deputy, Amit Shah, is in full control of the BJP, especially after his acolyte Nitin Nabin is set to replace JP Nadda as the National Party president. So it may not be boring for the BJP. It's boring for people who are looking for excitement. I'm not trying to basically suggest that if things continue, they're boring, things should change. No, that's not what I'm suggesting. All I'm saying is if we are looking for some exciting thing happening in 2026, no, there would be that much excitement when it comes to the larger national political scene. Whatever happens in the elections in 4 states, Kerala, Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, and one union territory of Puducherry, not much would change in national politics in a macro sense. Yet there are 5 things that the results of these elections would have political junkies interested in. First of all, let's start with Kerala results. We can write the left's political obituary if Modi in a mundu loses. After all, the left has shown no stomach for a fight after losing in other states. Let's just look at the big brother in the left umbrella, the CPIM. It got 0 seats and 4.73% votes in the 2021 West Bengal Assembly election, down by over 15 percentage points and 26 seats in the previous 2016 election. In the 2011 Assembly election, the CPIM got 40 seats and 30% votes. So it's like a meltdown for the CPIM, from 40 to 26 to 0 in terms of seats, and from 30% to less than 5% in the last 3 assembly elections. In the 2023 Tripura Assembly election, the CPIM got around 25% votes, down by over 17 percentage points from the previous election. When I asked M.A. Baby about the left's growing irrelevance in India, he said, and I quote, "Without the communists and the left, would there be a future for humanity, a future for the people of our country?" Unquote. Well, West Bengal and Tripura voters obviously did not see it that way. And in the larger national political context, what would the left's loss really change? Basically, nothing. The left hardly makes a differentiator in India's contemporary politics. Pinarayi Vijayan is as pro-capital or pro-corporate as any of his BJP or Congress counterpart in another state. And Rahul Gandhi, or West Bengal CM Mamata Banerjee for that matter, is more to the left for all practical purposes than Kerala's captain himself. So even if the LDF is replaced by the Congress-led UDF in Kerala, with a capital if of course, nothing changes for national politics. And that brings us to the first of the 5 things that should interest political junkies in the 2026 results. The next Kerala election will be a fight between 2 communists, Rahul Gandhi and Pinarayi Vijayan, and it matters a lot to each of them, not to national politics. The Modi in Mundu is today bigger than his party. He has promoted no second-rung leadership in his party, ensuring that if he goes down, so does his party. for good. Even if he or the party survives, it changes little in national politics. The Kerala results are more important for Rahul Gandhi, who learnt his economic philosophy from late Comrade Sridhar Yechury. The ex-CPIM General Secretary would have been proud of him today. Gandhi is smart enough to understand that he needs to re-legitimize his position as the face of the Congress. The entire party, except his office staff and 3/4 of his self-styled loyalists like Venugopal Surjewala and the ilk, sees a big ray of hope in his sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. Rahul Gandhi expelled a veteran Congress leader from Odisha, Muhammad Mukim, for saying that. He chose to ignore Imran Masood for making a similar suggestion. He may also choose to ignore Digvijay Singh's call for decentralization of power and his praise for the BJP RSS organizational structure. Rahul Gandhi knows that these voices are only echoing what his party colleagues think from the top to the bottom. But as long as the sister remains silent, these voices can be silenced and smothered. Winning Kerala could provide Rahul the legitimacy to do that, regardless of his own contribution. We are talking hypothetically, of course. And if Gaurav Gogoi pulls off a miracle in Assam, Masoods and Singhs would have to look for rehabilitation somewhere else. Having said that, even if the Rahul-led Congress continues with its losing streak in 2026, would Priyanka Gandhi Vadra put her party over her brother and family? Let's not even go there. There are 4 other things that 2026 elections will decide. A major one is the tenacity of brand Modi. Go beyond the hype surrounding assembly elections after 2024 Lok Sabha election. The BJP won the Haryana and Maharashtra assembly polls soon after the parliamentary election and projected the results as a vindication of brand Modi. They were not. In both states, the party hedged him. There were no Modi ki guarantee slogans, and Modi was only one of the many faces, although bigger in dimensions, in the election posters. In Jharkhand, his picture loomed large on posters with those guarantees, but the strategy didn't work. The BJP had an overwhelming victory in Delhi in 2025. But if PM Modi could not swing it in 2015 and 2020 assembly election, what suddenly made him a bigger wave in 2025 election? It was not obviously brand Modi, because it should have worked more effectively in 2015 if not in 2020. Arvind Kejriwal should take the credit in whichever way for the 2025 results in Delhi. And let's accept it. Bihar poll results were not about brand Modi. That's what makes the upcoming polls so important for him. Except in Assam, where Himanta Biswa Sarma is the BJP's real brand, Modi is the party's sole USP in other states. Given that the party has no face in those places, in Kerala, West Bengal, and Tamil Nadu, the BJP's biggest hope is in brand Modi. Is it still so potent? Let's see. That brings us to the third point. The 2026 elections offer the BJP a great opportunity to prove that it's not a North Indian party as its adversaries in the South would like the people to believe. The BJP's triumphs in the South were all in Karnataka. It has been piggybacking on regional allies in all other southern states otherwise. Can the BJP show its organic growth south of the Vindhyas? PM Modi is the best bet to break this stereotype of the Hindi, Brahmin, North Indian party. If it cannot prove its adversaries wrong in 2026, it risks being seen as exactly that for a long time to come. The fourth thing the 2026 assembly elections will test is the reach and limits of BJP's Hindutva agenda. With the minorities constituting a big block in most of the poll-bound states, 27% Muslims in West Bengal, around 46% Muslims, Christians in Kerala, and 40% Muslims, as per Himanta Biswa Sarma, in Assam. Can the BJP's counter-polarization work? Whichever way the results go in these states, the BJP would have a lot to learn from the results. Last but not least, the regional parties which have made sub-nationalism, linguistic, ethnic, regional, their election plank, think they have found a counter to the BJP. The ruling party at the center has really struggled to beat this narrative. With PM Modi in his 12th year in office, it's probably the best, if not the last chance for the BJP to beat it. That's all from me in this episode of Politically Correct. A very, very happy new year to all of you.